Our experiment is called resonance in wine glasses.
Materials. To make a wine glass clean, you will need the following materials: wine glass, separate glass or jars, and water.
Procedure. 1. Wet the index or middle finger of your hand with some water. Number 2. Lightly rub your wet finger along the rim of the glass. 3. As you rub the glass, you will hear the singing sound of the glass. You may have to re-wet your finger periodically and adjust the pressure of your finger with the rim of the glass to keep producing the sound. Number 4. Finally, you can change the pitch of the sound by adding water to the glass. Every material, such as glass, steel, has a natural frequency at which it vibrates, called a resonance frequency. Resonance is a physical phenomenon that occurs when a body is capable of vibrating under the action of a regular force. Its period of vibration coincides with the period of vibration characteristic of that body. In these circumstances, the body vibrates, increasing gradually the amplitude of vibration after each of the subsequent actions of the force. The cap vibrates with a determinate frequency and tone. If more water is added to the wine glass, the tone becomes lower.
Have you got any questions?
In order to make our experiment, we needed 2 plastic bottles of water. Okay. Then we fill a hole of 1 centimeter in the core of the top. We have to fill the bottle of the 3/4 part of the inferior bottle. It's very important, the insulating tape, to have a good union between the bottles.
As you can see, the water doesn't fall easily, but when we make a circular movement, the water falls easily because of the eddy.
And it produces a whirlpool inside the upper bottle. Now we are going to explain the scientific explanation. The water doesn't fall easily as cause of the compressibility of the air is looked at in the inferior bottle.
When we make the circular movement, we put in communication the air of the 2 bottles.
And the air that was looked at go out and generate the air. Have you got any questions? No.
Hi, we are going to make an experiment of the decomposition of oxygenated water.
To realize our experiment, we need oxygenated water obtained in drugstore, a few milliliters of blood. If we defrost a piece of meat in a plate, we can obtain sufficient blood to realize our experiment. A match and a glass. We add the blood to a glass with oxygenated water and see that a chemical reaction takes place with gas emission that rises from a white foam. The oxygenated water decomposes due to blood in water and gaseous oxygen that forms the white foam. We can recognize oxygen if we bring a match over. you can see that the sparkle of light takes place due to the combustion of the oxygen caused in the white foam. The oxygenated water is used as disinfectant when it begins on a wound. The blood contains one enzyme that acts as a catalyst, accelerating the reaction of the composition of the oxygenated water. As many of the pathogenic bacteria are anaerobic, they cannot live with oxygen, they die in the white foam, breaking oxygen, that takes place when the blood of the wound acts on the oxygenated water.
Have you got any questions? We are going to make this experiment called the water that is not wet. In order to make this experiment, we need a glass, a piece of paper, and this container with water. We have filled the glass container with water. Then we take the piece of paper that we have made before and we write in something, because later we are going to check that it isn't wet. Secondly, we put this paper at the bottom of the glass, so that it doesn't fall when we turn it on. Later, we put the glass with the piece of paper at the bottom of the container, so that the glass is completely placed taken by water. It is very important not to clean the glass, because in this case the experiment wouldn't be possible. We wait for a few seconds and we take off the piece of paper to check that the paper isn't wet and that we can read what we wrote in the paper.
Oh my God!
Have you got any questions?
No!